Right, so this is my second video for my MEPS experience. Um, and the last one I was talking about done with my physical, and I went back second time or third time. Third time I was there to enlist, and basically it's same thing. Go into MEPS, sticker, blah blah blah, says your name, whatnot. You do you have to wait, like you have to go there early in the morning, and then you have to wait for everybody to finish a physical, but you're like first up to enlist, but you have to wait for like everybody because they're not processing and getting jobs until everybody's done with their physicals and whatnot that are with you. So you have to wait a shit ton of time, and it's fucking ridiculous. And you can't have your phone with you because they take all that shit away in the beginning. On the entry room, there's like a room with a bunch of cubbies where you have like your backpack and stuff from when you were at MEPS, the hotel before MEPS. So you don't have anything with you, and it's fucking boring. There's a bunch of like old magazines that are like ripped up and shit, like so old they're like about the Kuwait War, and the MEPS. I live in San Diego, so the MEPS I was at had like I guess it was under renovation, so it was kind of like crappy looking at the time. I haven't been back, so I don't know what it looks like now. I don't know if it's complete or whatever, but it's like a widescreen TV in it that was really old. It's like huge, like it's like a widescreen, but it's like one of those ones that's huge in the back. And they had like a VCR, and they were playing Men in Black. So I watched Men in Black. It was alright. And then they give you like food when you're done and shit like that. It's like a lunchtime always, like after the physicals and stuff. They always like have like free food for you, and it depends on like what MEPS it is. Like each MEPS I guess has like a different contract with different like local food areas and stuff like that. And I guess they told us they used to have a contract with Subway, so you got like free Subway sandwiches from Subway, and like you got to do like chips and stuff like that, and like a water. But I guess they're like contract with them canceled, so there was some local deli, and it was like really shitty. And like you ever had a sandwich where the lettuce is like warm? It's not like cold and crisp. It's like fucking warm and chewy. It's kind of how it was, and I didn't want to eat, but I hadn't eaten all day since breakfast, and you have to fucking wake up at like 4:30 in the morning in order to get on the bus to go to MEPS from the hotel. So I ate anyway. It was pretty gross, but whatever. Food's food. Um, you do a lot of paperwork, more paperwork, just signatures and stuff like that for the enlistment contract. You go and turn in a packet with like you have to do your fingerprints all over again and whatnot to finally get into the system or something like that. And basically, what it consists of is if your recruiter didn't get your job that you wanted or couldn't find the job you wanted open, you can go to MEPS, and they have more like the more ability to find and get the job you want than your recruiters do. And they're you have like a job. They call it like a job liaison or whatever. Like a guy you talk to, it's like your job counselor, like your counselor in high school, but for jobs in the army or whatever military branch you're going into. And he just basically looks up like whatever's open for however long you're gonna be in DEP. And for me, I had when I first enlisted, I was on a 14-month DEP where I was gonna be in delayed entry program for 14 months. That's a shit ton of time because I was still in high school. I like screwed up my senior years, so I had to like go back for a semester to graduate. So I had to be in DEP for 14 months. My recruiter got me like like one semester is like 6 months or whatever. It's like not even that long, like 4 months, like between 4 or 6 months. But my recruiter got me extra time just in case anything happened. So I had 14 months in total to wait in DEP. So they had to look for jobs for me 14 months ahead, openings. And like if you think about it, 14 months ahead, there should be like a shit ton of jobs open. I don't know how it works, but there wasn't at all. I remember my recruiter was looking up jobs before I went to there, like a week, 2 weeks before, and there were 4 job openings. There was like UAV repair to repair UAVs. Then there was a geospatial engineer, and 2 others I didn't qualify for that I don't even know why he told me. So and I didn't want to do geospatial engineer or that other one. What I wanted to do when I went into my recruiting station was I didn't want to do a combat role like infantry, but I didn't want to be like a desk job. If I qualified for a desk job, I didn't want to be a desk job. Like I didn't want to like, oh, what'd you do in the army? Oh, I process people's paperwork and send emails. So I didn't want to do that. But then I didn't want to be like infantry, like, you know. Um, so I decided combat engineer. I just thought, it's close to infantry, I guess. It's a combat job, but you get like work experience, like construction and all that, demolition, which is pretty cool. So I wanted to be combat engineer, and I put my sights like set on that. I told my recruiter that's definitely what I wanted to do, but he made me take like 5 other MOSs just in case there wasn't any openings. So I picked 5 other, and I think it was like combat engineer was my first one. Then I wanted to be like M1. I didn't even care about the other ones. Like I just wanted combat engineer. So I just picked whatever one sounded cool. So combat engineer, and then I had I think M1 Abrams on I put down, and military police, and I think artillery was the other one, and then I put down geospatial engineer because I knew that one was open. And I don't know. I was looking at the videos, and it kind of looked like it was a pretty simple job. I mean, it's the army; it's not very simple, but it looked pretty chill. So, yeah. And I go to MEPS, and I tell the guy who's doing my processing to get my job what I want to do, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we're looking at your paperwork, seeing if there's any openings," but he looks up on the computer, and there's like fucking no jobs, like nothing. There's only one job. One job is open for 14 months in advance for me to be able to pick from. And I was like, and it wasn't combat engineer. And he said, I told him, if I don't want it, what happens? And he says, well, then you don't enlist. You'll have to wait until there's another opening for the job until you can enlist again. And I wanted to enlist on that day. Like, fuck that. I'm not going to go back to MEPS and do all this shit again. Today's the day I'm enlisting. I came here to enlist. I'm going to enlist. I'm not waiting any longer. So I was thinking about the job for a while. He let me think about it for a while. It was 15 whiskey UAV operator. And I was kind of upset because I wanted combat engineer, but I couldn't get it. So I was kind of like, oh, I don't want this job. But I'm going to do it anyway. And my recruiter told me, well, yeah. And then I looked up videos on it. I mean, I heard about UAVs. You fucking play Call of Duty. You're like, oh, UAV online, blah, blah, blah. And you can see, like, whatever. I didn't really know what it was, it consisted of, or what it was like. I looked up the job videos and some stuff that I can find on YouTube and Google. Like, there really fucking is nothing out there, like, fucking at all about that job. Like, there's hardly any information that's useful to you other than the Go Army shit you find on the website and, like, the Go Army videos that they post on YouTube and all that bullshit. So, but it grew on me, and I was like, fuck yeah. UAV operator? Like, I was telling people, like, oh, you must have got a high score on your ASVAB. And I was like, okay, sure, I got a high score on my ASVAB. I got a 54, but I guess it doesn't matter about your main score. It's like it goes into the other fields, the scores you got in from, like, I guess technology and all that stuff they tested you on. I had a friend he's in basic right now, and he's a UAV operator as well. And I went to high school with him, and his ASVAB score was a 98. He scored like fucking ridiculously high, and I'm a 54, and I have the same job as him. So yeah, 15 whiskey UAV operator. It's pretty fucking awesome. And I don't want to change the job, and I don't want combat engineer anymore. So I liked it. I like it now, so a lot. And there's a future soldier ID you can get. I don't know about any of the other branches, but for the Army, you get a future soldier ID, and I got this one. Like, I guess he said like the machines were down for printing them, the ID cards or whatever, and so I got this one, and I made him, like, I told him, no, I'm fucking getting an ID card because I wanted that shit. Because I heard online, like, people would, like, use them to, like, get, like, discounts, military discounts. I mean, I never used it for military discounts, but that's just what I heard. And then, like, people tell you can, like, go to, like, the YMCA for free, and I guess you can go on base with the card or whatever. I never tried it for any of that. I just fucking wanted a card to be like, hey, guys, at school and be like, hey, fucking army, but it's really gay, kind of. It's like not even like a legit ID. It says like future soldier and whatever, and fucking yeah, your rank and your name and last name, and it says future soldier identification card, which when people look at it, you're like, oh yeah, it's my military ID, kind of. And they look at it and says, oh, future soldier ID. Ho 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 ho, future soldier. Oh, whatever. Yep. So that's my enlisting. And then for my MOS, I'm gonna put another video up about my flight physical, class 4, because for 15 whiskey UAV operator, you gotta have a flight physical. So I'm gonna post the video for anybody who's got 15 whiskey to know what the flight physical's like, what you do, what I did, and how it sucks asshole, just like everything else. So yeah, anybody who's DEP'ing in, good luck. It's fucking awesome. The Army rocks. I love every opportunity I've gotten in the Army so far. Wouldn't regret it at all. It's the best opportunity ever. Fucking hoo-ah. Huh? All the way, huh? So yeah, good luck to all you future soldiers. Long road ahead of you. And me. Yep. Peace.